Coding for Kids channel. I specially make for kids and beginners to start and improve their coding. But in a way you can enjoy your coding and to learn what you can do with a computer programming language. So here in this series of tutorials, I am going to teach you how to code, build your logics, make small games, coding mathematics and have fun by doing your day-to-day stuff. In this series of tutorials I am planning to start coding with Scratch and move to Python programming language once we are good with building the logic. If you are a parent, help your kid for the initial setup and motivate them to learn and enjoy. So, let's start working. Scratch is one of the best tools you can start your coding with zero knowledge. And it helps you to create from simple project to a complex one just using code building blocks. So code with Scratch means just build your logic with code building blocks provided by the tool. There are two ways you can get Scratch to your computer. First one is use the browser to log into Scratch website and create an account. Second one is download the offline Scratch tool and install in your computer. So, I will explain how to create an Scratch account. Open your favorite browser and type scratch.mit.edu. Then click on Join Scratch button on upper left. You will need to enter a unique username. Then enter a password you can remember and click Next. Scratch will ask you to select your country and date of birth, your gender and email etc. Fill accordingly and click Next to receive the email. Go to your email account and click the provided link in the mail sent by Scratch to verify your account. Then you are ready to log into your Scratch account using your username and password. We will talk about the top menu. By clicking on the folder icon on upper left, we'll list your previous projects you worked on. If you click on Explorer tab, you can find a lot of projects already created and shared in Scratch website. It is a really good thing for a new beginner to check how other people created the projects, and definitely you too can share projects for other people to see once you learn how to create nice projects. There is another tab called Ideas. It will help you to understand how to do certain activities, which is really useful for your future projects. In the very last tab you can find information about your profile, account settings and about the stuff you are doing. And very first tab, the important one, is to create your own project. Let's try to create a simple animation here to understand how Scratch works. I am gonna move this cat, which is called sprite, here and there. For the moment forget about the left pane and let's simply use few code blocks to do our task because I am going to talk about the left pane and what we can do with that in the next video. If you click on Costumes tab you can see the sprite. Nice thing is you can duplicate this sprite and modify it or upload your own sprite. Here the two sprites help you to animate cats walk. And there is another tab which is sound, then you can animate different sounds which can be fed into your animated characters. So let's do it. Click on Events section in the left pane and drag when flag clicked code block to the coding area. Then select Motion from the left pane and drag Move Steps code block. Move your new code block towards the first code block as you see in the video and it will stick each other and nicely build your logic. You can see, cat starts moving when you click the start event. But how if we want to move him a little longer? You can use repeat until or forever controller to do that. Drag, repeat until controller and wrap your motion around and then click on start event. Wow, now cat is moving 10 times of 10 steps. You can make it to 20 times and see what happens and play around it to understand. Then let's try get him back to where he was. For that, you can use same move block with -10 steps. Let's use the repeat until controller and see how he moves other direction. We can change the number of repetitions to 20 to get him back to the same position. Great. But there is another problem. Cat is not turning around to move to other side. Why? It is obvious. We need to tell him to turn, otherwise he doesn't know. Let's go to the Costume tab and select first sprite. Then right-click and duplicate the sprite. Then click on Flip Horizontal button to change the walking direction. You can give a new name to the sprite. Now we can build the logic to change the costume. If you go to the looks section, you can find a block named switch costumes to and drag it to next to the first repeat until controller and change the costume name to the one you created just before. So cat changes his direction before he moves backward. At the end, let's make his costume back to costume1. Then you can click and play around. So before we talk about what are we going to do next, please like and subscribe this channel if you feel it is helpful. And share it with your friends if you feel it will help your friends or other kids to start or improve their coding. In next videos, let's talk about other code blocks like controllers, conditions, operators, variables, etc. In the left pane with some games and solving small maths problems. As I mentioned before, my plan is to start from scratch and build your logics and move towards Python kind of programming language which you can do more. But trust me, you can do lot of stuff using Scratch, lot of advanced things. So, let's do coding, easy way, fun way, with games and other nice stuff. See you in the next video.